told you beforehand. Okay? So the Bible tells you everything you need to know. I'm a biblical dominant scientist. I look at the science. I go, hey, is there anything in the Bible? Oh, holy smokes.
Well, can you back up post-glacial rebound biblically for us?
Oh, yeah, it's the white horse going out conquering into conquer. And boy, she's going out conquering and conquer big time. Whoa, we're talking earthquakes and tsunamis, volcanoes, and oh man.
Okay, well, what would come next then? Like, what are we looking at in the next 12 months per se?
Well, you're gonna look at this thing has so many dynamics to it. You're talking about insect populations starting to like here in California, you got lizards and frogs picking up this fungus now, because you're getting changes in weather patterns and stuff, and it's giving these kind of creatures fungus. So what happens is, man, they can't eat the bugs. So you get what I'm saying? This is setting off weird things. Napa Valley's getting 2 different types of insects a month in there that they didn't have before. So you're getting changing in patterns and stuff. It's like those polar bears swimming out 50 miles. They're just swimming to a place that they think is there, that was there. Because they go by like the magnetic field. They fill it out. They don't go like we do. And you're seeing all kinds of weird stuff happening, man. It's going to be whack.
Well, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I live in the Arctic. I'm in Yellowknife Northwest Territories. It's north of 60.
You're in the money.
Yeah. But what we're seeing up here is we're having grizzly bears mating with polar bears. We're having animals that were farther south moving farther north. We've got birds that were never here before showing up. You can tell there's something up with the magnetics of the earth changing, because all the stuff's going crazy here.
Yeah, it's in your face.
Yeah, you can't deny it, especially when you live in a place like this. Like, I walk 20 minutes outside of town and I'm in the middle of nowhere, literally. So I can go out and I can see the effects of whatever has been going on, and that's always what I've been searching for in the quest with this radio show and website is what is really going on with it, because I can see it in my own area, and I'm sure everybody down south can too.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their story. You can go all over the United States and Canada, and people can report right from their YouTube channel on what's going on locally of weird, funky phenomena. It's just that simple. It's like the one video I did the other day on lightning, okay? Because when the magnetic field's messed up, boy, it starts picking up that lightning. Woo! You start getting some serious lightning. I mean, it took out a 6-story Jesus statue. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I've seen that today. I'm actually going to post it after we record this.
Burn that money pit to the ground, man. Hey, man, God ain't about money. Shoot, greed don't save. I'm glad to see that thing melted to the ground.
I agree with you 100% on that one. That is what convinced me there was God. Well, not that instance, but how things like that happen.
Hey, my bro Jesus, man, he tossed a money table. So, money changer's table, man. He got jacked for 30 coins of silver. Man, those money players been doing their thing all along.
Exactly. And it's funny you bring that up to certain people in the Christian community, and that was different.
Yeah, they're full of self-importance, Don't you know who I am? Man, you can't do that. It's my way or no way, and all this other stuff, man. You're sitting and they pass a plate twice in the same service, and you're just like, okay, right. Yeah, I mean, it's garbage. Any church that's incorporated, okay, and I'm going to get back to the Articles of Incorporation, because they gave that piece of paper life. Okay, that Congress gave that paper life. It's alive. It can buy. It can sell. It has the legal rights of a person. Matter of fact, it has more rights than the animals it kills, BP. It has more rights than your sky, Chernobyl. It has more rights than your ability to live, Wells Fargo. And these guys are Mr. Wells Fargo, Mr. Chernobyl, Mr. B of A. I mean, they're alive. They're a person according to the Congress. And the only purpose for that paper is to make money for its stockholders. That's it. It's a satanic ball. It serves greed. That's what it serves. And no matter what. And if it's more cost effective to drag them out with lawyers for the next 20 years, it does. They don't care. Man, they're selling everything to you. They're selling the dirt, the sky, the land, the ocean, the water. I mean, they're polluting the hell out of all of it and then selling it to you and then cramming the brainwashing down your face. It's sad.
It is. It's very sad, and that's one thing, I've noticed. And the more guests I get to talk to, it seems like we're all starting to come to the same conclusion that we just got to put everything down and walk away from it. Yes, we'll have to clean up afterwards, but as far as the system goes, we if we would just stop supporting it, it would fall apart and it wouldn't be a problem anymore.
Well, these guys are so. I mean, it's way late in the game now, but
Yeah.
I mean, you do what you can, walk in love and just love one another. Because what can I say, man?
Well, there's a reason they call it the golden rule, eh?
Yeah, well, their golden rule is whoever has the money has the rule, makes the rules, So
Yeah.
that's why it's golden. Boy, and their money's worthless. It's all one big con.
Well, that's the one I get a kick out of, is how people seem to think that it means something that they have $100,000 in the bank. And like I say to them, well, yes, you have $100,000 in the bank until the bank says you don't.
Correct. And it's not, we're not even sheep or cattle to them. We're just zeros and ones.
Exactly. Just a number.
Yeah. And, what happened? Oh, 200,000 people died. Okay, we'll just deduct 200,000 off that piece of paper. They don't even see them as people. And you listen to the politicians and they're talking down to us. And you know what? Payback's a bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, God's coming.
They can, like it says in Revelations, where the kings of the earth hid in the mountains in their holes or whatever, and the holes fell upon them, or I can't remember the exact phrase, but that's exactly what they've set up. Like, I really think that's what the underground bunkers are for. They're going to run there to hide, and it might not work out quite the way they planned.
Well, of course not, man. They haven't heard from above. They lean on their own understanding, which is nothing. It's foolishness to God. And those mountains are going to crumble in like tin cans, like aluminum cans. The mountains is the lightest material. That's why they rose up. Okay, it's just like why is the ocean floor deeper in some areas? Because it's the easiest to crunch down. And this is not quantum physics or quantum mechanics. This is basic elementary stuff. Okay, those mountains went up easier because the land is easier there. So when you get these big old quakes and stuff, they can have a counter effect on some mountains. Some will pull out, extend out, and they'll crunch down. And some will just fold in on themselves. Who knows what kind of air chambers or water chambers or magma chambers are under any of these mountains. I mean, there's so many piping systems of so many things, including gas, all kinds of different gases underneath this earth. And now this weight pushing on this stuff. Oh, wow.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. It kind of reminds me of that, I don't know if you've ever heard it, the Art Bell infamous Area 51 call where Art's radio station got zapped with a bolt of, or some sort of EMP. The guy called in and said that there was natural disasters coming and that the government knew about it, but they weren't doing anything to move the people. And it seems like the more people I talk to, that phrase was so correct.